Good morning. My name is Aditya, and I'm a high school junior from California. And I'm the CEO and founder of Salvum, a company whose goal is to improve school safety across the nation. Now, this is a very prevalent issue, especially can be seen by the issue of bullying, as the US Department of Education reports 1 in 3 students report being bullied across America every single year. And that's over 33% of the future generation and youth. So clearly, something must be done, and the status quo is inadequate. In fact, there are three major problems with current bullying or malpractice reporting platforms. Firstly, there is no option to report an incident anonymously, often due to district policy, which leads to an underreporting of bullying. Secondly, we have ease of use. Many reporting platforms used by schools do not actually have mobile interfaces. Rather, they rely on untimely web-based reporting. Finally, we have false reporting. Many schools are deterred from using reporting technology because of the possibility of non-students placing reports and students placing false reports just to toy with the system. And our solution is Salvum, a reporting platform which allows students to flag malpractice on their campuses, including bullying, vandalism, and substance abuse, so administrators can provide targeted relief. Now, Salvum allows for optional anonymous reporting. However, to combat the possibility of false reporting, after 3 reports a day, you will have to provide your ID when you report an issue, but this is already built into the system, as we'll discuss in a future slide for convenience. Now, there is real potential for Salvum in the new digital school safety market, which is a value of over $4 billion made by combining two red ocean industries. So why is Salvum unique? We offer convenience and simplicity at levels unprecedented in market for schooling. With instant reporting and geolocation, school administrators will be notified immediately, either via SMS messaging or email as soon as you report an issue. Additionally, we add more power to our app by integrating deep learning image recognition to classify actions or objects in a picture you take, which will save you from having to type the report field out. And this is done by AWS recognition. We also have negotiated redeemable discounts at local vendors to incentivize long-term good behavior. Administrators have been given the discount codes and can distribute them to students who have shown remarkable academic or social improvement. Now, here is Salvum's Blue Ocean strategy. Eliminate mandatory identity disclosure with possible anonymity, as we've discussed, and eliminate third-party control of the system. We, as Salvum, would like to move some of the infrastructure of the app and the platform to your local district server to decrease latency and decrease costs. We'd like to reduce the purchase price, the complexity of the UI, and the aesthetic of the visual display, while raising the information level for teachers and student guides on how to effectively use the app. And finally, we would like to create a mobile app compatibility with the rewards program and auto-generated safety reports so teachers and administrators can identify hotspots of reports on their campuses. Now, here is a graphical representation of the previous data. The rest of the industry is made up of local and state district reporting platforms like Reported. Now, here are our target markets. Our current market is the public high schools and middle schools in America who have relatively high rates of bullying. So that's where the 1 in 3 students come in and make up a large percent of the college-bound population. The market we are currently trying to tap into are private and charter schools. Bullying is still an issue here, but they often have more resources and money to police unsafe practices. So with some propositions, we can bring them into our fold. Now, elementary schools have expressed reluctance to adopt our technology as students are too young at that level to effectively and seriously operate such technology. Finally, we still have to explore the international market for school safety as well as possible college markets, as the effects of bullying are not exclusive to just secondary education levels. Now, Salvum will be free to download for students, but they will not have access to key functionality until districts register with our company. As you can see on this slide, the licensing agreement is dependent on the number of middle and high school students in a school district. These figures are derived from our Amazon Web Service infrastructure costs, and we expect to reach 1% market penetration in our first year, which will be about 230,000 middle and high school students. The operating expenses seen on this slide with AWS infrastructure like an ELB, Elastic Load Balancer, and an S3 storage instance will be used and can cover 50,000 users and requests. Most of the profits from the licensing deal of the platform will be reinvested into the company to make improvements. Now here we can see our buyer utility map, and the red dots, which represent utility targets in the current red ocean landscape. Salvum generates new utility in, for example, the simplicity of maintenance by transferring control of key functionality over to district administrators and servers to make maintenance easier and decrease latency. Again, reinforcing how Salvum is changing the industries in unprecedented ways. Now, Salvum is not just an idea. In fact, we've been in practice for over a year now. And one of our most notable accomplishments was in December of last year, 2020, when we worked with Congressman Eric Swalwell to secure $1 million for research into the causes of malpractice in schools under the new fiscal budget, HR 133. So with that, we hope you enjoyed this presentation, and we are excited to embark on this journey with you. Thank you so much for listening.